Hello everybody! Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you. Chat should update in a second. There we go. I don't know why it likes to teleport up until things get active. Hi everybody, thank you. Thank you so much for your patience. Sorry, I didn't mean to take a little break. I know I'm not supposed to like apologize too much, but I do feel bad. There's just been a lot going on, and then I was sick, and then I have to, and then you have to catch up on school and work stuff after you're sick. You know the drill. I will say upcoming streams might be a little complicated. Just for the next little bit, but I'll do my best, and definitely want to do Valpurgis next week. The only thing that would stop that, I think, is like an emergency. 100% planning on doing that. Chat is poor collision detection. Hi, okay, son, welcome. Yes, everybody, things are okay. So today we're gonna do, it's gonna be chill, trying out Mirror Dungeon. I wanted to do this last week, and then it was just too much, but then it ended up maybe being an okay thing, because I think I would have been locked out. Which would have been funny, at least. But yeah, definitely stuff to catch up on in chat. Time being, hope you all. Thank you. Oh. Sound effect! This is what happens when you don't play with volume. Didn't realize there are sound effects. Okay, wasn't expecting achievements yet. Oh yeah, new UI. I'm amazed. I think every UI change they make is generally for the better. But I'm always surprised how difficult the muscle memory is. I keep going to like the unit or like the unit page. I feel like they should put a support here as well, because I keep forgetting this one. I'll get that, but I think we will be doing Rupture Gaming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We'll do Rupture Gaming. I mean, really, I'd like to maybe check out like the new charge gifts, but it's late and I don't have the brain power for that, so we're gonna do one of the easy teams and see how the nerfs balances. I mean, I always have the mixed feelings. I'd rather like, I mean, Glimpse and Thrill are obviously what you'd consider OP. But of course, I'd rather other stuff be brought up to par rather than stuff get nerfed in that respect. Although, I mean, when Glimpse of Flames can just explode everything in one turn, yeah. Oh, and we can do this. So I want to see. Oh, sound effects. Okay, so how does like? Oh, 2 free. Interesting. Okay. 10%. Gain 3 random tier 1. So the stuff I normally take anyway. This is like, oh wow. We wanna, since we have like, so let's check these out. Starting cost, 250, 2 free normal refreshes. I saw Glimpse as a necessary evil since Burn was awful. That's a good point. Now that Burn is actually good. Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Burn deserved a little bit of help. But no, the charge and sinking stuff looks interesting. I'm super curious about charge going forward, because I know I've mentioned like other streams. I think it's sort of it hasn't like it's not like bad like where some archetypes used to be. I think it's like fallen behind in sort of like interesting design, mechanical complexity. Because the most thing they have is like the big nuke. I want to see what all these 30%. Ooh. Theme pack refresh chance +4. Choosing a new theme pack for the first time. 4 or 5 only. Gain 3 clash power up in its 4 or 5 or lower only. Okay. Choosing new theme pack. Max 9. I don't know how much you'd need the refreshes at this point, given we have the search. 700. When choosing Starlight from a counter war, ooh, cost +150. 40. Entering a shop, add up all the tier numbers of currently owned ego gifts and gain its cost. Max 150. That's not huge. This is gonna be nice for Infinite. 8 +3. Chance Comet. Gain 1 fuse for sale. I never tend to pick these. Now we have like the excess Starlight. I guess it's more viable. This is only hard though, so I don't really feel like jumping. Tier 3 of your choice. Oh, of your choice. In 3 tier 3 of your choice for the if there's no meaning gift me. Okay. Let's just grab this because we have some extra. Not actually grab, not accidentally grab the wrong starter gift. It's always funny when I go to my desktop for Limbus. Anything? Might as well. Let's get. I like bundle with something else personally. Let's just see. Oh, normal. There we go. That's working now. Oh, Thunder. We'll get Thunder Branch. Hey, V, welcome. Let's see. There, and I guess we'll be mostly. Oh, that's a nice CG. I didn't know we could get part of the map like this. That's not Heishuki. That is true. Close enough. I don't have Merceau or Sinclair. I was gonna say let's maybe turn audio down because I don't think we need me to talk over all of that. But I was saving. I didn't want to do like extra pulls until well, but that is now next week. I was hoping, but not sure. But oh, I always forget how much I like this track. But how long has it been? 7 months now? And I guess of course the question will be just a week away. Can you believe it? How is she gonna work mechanically? Who's gonna have Night of Despair? Who's gonna get the ego? Instant money button. I wonder if people... The soundtrack is good. Oh, the soundtrack is so good. This is from a series of fights that aren't very well regarded because there's just a lot of them and they're just kind of annoying and tanky. But these tracks, No, I said before Limbus came out, we didn't have hatred, and I think even before Limbus came out, it was kind of assumed that it would go to Dawn. Is there break in case of we need to prevent end of service button? We need the money. Oh, nice. Assuming...
때로는 검이 문제를 해결해 주기도 합니다.
I'm glad they went with the obvious option. Yeah, the...
뒷박질 시간.
Excuse me. I know there was like interest in it, maybe doing something subversive and like giving it to Merceau or something, but the obvious option is the best one. I'm curious what they're gonna do for the ego, because I do think, like, if there's only one... I think Queen of Hatred is the most iconic, but the Ruina version of the ego is quite kind of designed specifically for that story moment, you know? So are they gonna go with that design? Because it'd also be nice to see an ego design that's more for like non-snake form. And that ego design's also like particularly weird because it's very specific for Roland with the pants. But then Knight of Despair's ego design, I mean all the magical girl ego designs, well, particularly King of Greed, Knight of Despair. Conservative Wrath is like good for that moment in the story, but I would also be interested in seeing like a non-sort of corrosion-y aspect. We have a lot of cost. Let's just... and leave. Let's see... wouldn't be... what do we need? Oh, I do think we need that. Let me just... actually remind myself. I know we need the stake. I think it's... yes, Revolver and Thunderbranch stake. Okay, so... that one always confuses me because it looks like the other one. I think we can leave that for a moment. Disc. Maybe just for fusing. Next time. Okay. And...
이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
having a sip of tea. I have my mint tea here. Got a match with my forever home screen meta Faust. And then Knight of Despair. So Last Walpurgis was 2 guys. And I think like our most recent banner is 1 guy. Banner before is 2 guys. So I do think it's reasonable for both the units to be girls. Which leaves Rhodion and Ishmael. And I think generally I've seen Rhodia as the candidate. It's hard because even though Knight of Despair is like my favorite abnormality, favorite ego as well. If you've seen my Lob Court playthrough, I give it to my avatar. I make sure to wear it so it's sharpened with tears. Good job, guys. Why is this in the rotation? Thunder Branch and I guess defense skill. Now, else chicken, please. Or we can search. Here we go. At least we can get Tango Marinade if we miss out on them. But yeah, so Rhodia, I'd prefer King of Green. Oh, I hate it when it's like this. We'll take top. Okay. At least we can try and fuse it or find it. Oh, nice. Chicken's chicken. I remember you pulling out that version of Avatar and doing course impressions. Thank you. I still... That's where, like... doing the PNG tuber and being able to easily change the stuff was really nice. The one thing... It's still one of the, like, little things I was proud of was the moment... with the cognition filter. When you first see the Sephiroth without the cognition filter. What I did with that moment I still really like. Yeah, I prefer Ishmael was Little Red Riding Hood and Mercenary. I mean, and Rhodia with King of Greed. Although, it is an LF weapon, isn't it? And I guess the thing is, not that like having an ego now automatically makes it so they won't get stuff, but we know that because the way the rotation works, it's less likely. So definitely seem like Rhodia being higher than Ishmael. I don't think Ishmael is like quite as ill-fitting as people say. Just for... Because I think you can take multiple... I mean, obviously, abnormality stories, there's sort of... You can't take multiple things from what they represent. I think Rhodia definitely is well-fitting for this sort of aspect of failure, and it has a phrase that's like, all that remains is the withered pride of something night. I think that fits well. Ishmael, on the other hand, is like really... I think people forget since the sort of wrath comes up with her more. But her base skill 3 is gloom. Her ego is gloom. It was more sort of like her earlier characterization. She does have this sort of ruminating nature. She has this sort of like imagery of like drowning that goes on, and like not just her Kanto, but like her herself drowning in despair, I think. And Ishmael's the shield. That is kind of... I know we all think of the swords, sword sharpened by tears, but Ishmael's the shield one, and she does have like Knight of Despair. This is a bit far-fetched, but does have like the sort of white crown that's kind of like the ribbons. I've seen people say it's ill-fitting. I don't think it's quite as... It depends what you take from the story. Sip sip. Hi King, good morning. Also, she failed to protect people she cared about. Exactly! I feel like that's not really brought up. I think it's not... I don't think you see it as clear. I mean, she very clearly has PTSD and survivor's guilt, but... excuse me. I think we haven't seen her, like, ruminate on that aspect as much, so it's not as forefront, which is why people don't think about it. Sorry, excuse me. Let's see, then we'll have to fuse stuff. Oh, thank you. Cause she tends to like focus everything on like getting back at Ahab. Ooh. Okay, what can we get? Sorry, I have been better. I don't know why I started getting a cough again. Literally just today, but my sister was coughing. My doctor's offices. Hopefully. Oops. Okay, we need the 2. We need effigy. And this thingy. Wimp! I guess we can grab... Yes, we run into that. Let's see if we can get... Thrill. Ah, of course. We get another... Okay. And then, if I'm not gonna pay for Starlight, but this fails us, I will laugh. Thank you. No, I think we'll keep this for a moment to see how regular Thrill does. And then there's the ego. The cow only dances when the mailman looks away. Is that a real saying? And then I don't know for the ego. I forget. I guess we can all pile into Papa Bongi. I mean, now we have like infinite, even with the nerfs. Even with the nerfs. We have a lot of count. Otis? Yeah, but she had an ego last. She had an ego last one. If it wasn't... If Greg wasn't fairly recent either, I think Knight of Despair Ego would be cool for him. Well, we won't have to wait long to find out. Just a few more days. Owned. Sure. Spec into burn. Let's see. With the fragments. I would like to see some of the new stuff, but I don't know if those appear yet. We can try and use the other stuff anyway. I mean, why not? That Fey Lantern. Yeah, sure, why not? Get some more cost. Heathcliff got full stop and Kurakuma right after each. That is a good point. Patterns are made to be broken. Oh, how's your deeper venture into Eastern literature progressing? One sec. It hasn't been super... I haven't super done it just because of everything going on recently. But we have time, so I'm not super worried. But I was sort of figuring out how I wanted to approach Because, like, ultimately, the plan this time is to do a video about Akutagawa's works. But I was thinking, like, I'll have to, like, read them more before I make the decision, of course, how I want to do it. But it'd be nice to, like, I thought what I'd like to do is choose a few stories, excuse me. Choose a few stories and maybe connect them thematically. Or, like, choose some themes, not connect them thematically, but choose some stories that, like, represent some themes that particularly come up in, like, Hell Screen. So I shared a bit of a thesis I haven't finished actually, but was really enjoying. It was pointing out some of the big themes. They were choosing some themes. One of the themes though was sort of like womanhood and like the representation of women in their short stories. And of course that's not something like Project Moon necessarily touches on. I don't know what to do with that, even though I think it'd be interesting. But I was doing like a bit of background research also. There's such a selection of the CGs now. Akutagawa, his growing up, like the period when he grew up in, the sort of opening of Japan, that he's influenced by, got to be influenced by so many other writers outside of Japan. Which I would like to bring in. I'm so not used to like hearing these as sound effects. It's quite nice. One thing I mentioned, I was talking a bit about on Blue Sky, and I'm like, there could be... There was more experience in video essays. I was talking about how, like, art... And of course, we don't know Canto 9 yet, so I can't fully talk about it, but how art is represented in, like, the last 3 cantos. Or at least the stories that they come from, so, like, Don Quixote being about performance, poetry being a big part. I think Thrill is still pretty okay. Poetry being a really big part of Dream of the Red Chamber. And then we have painting, so it's like, yeah, the 3 Ps. And then I was looking for a copy of the book. Oh, I'm blanking the name now. Something Monogatari, I think, which is like a collection of not short stories because they're very short, but like I think it's described as tales. And Hell Screen is directly inspired by one of these short tales, and that's actually where the name Ryoshu comes from. The character that was inspired by was named Ryoshu in this tale, and then Akutagawa he named the character in his version Yoshihide. I'd like to dig around a bit for that. I had to check like the Japanese wiki because the translation I found used Yoshihide as well, but the Japanese wiki says that it was Ryoshu originally. Oh, flash fiction! I hadn't heard that term before. I like that. Are you gonna try and dive into Water Margin? I am. Actually, I was researching translations. I think I chose one. I just haven't dove into it. leaving this team looking forward to your summary analysis. I think there's really... I haven't like figured it out yet. I won't be able to, of course, until I properly do the research, but I think there's enough ideas that I'm interested in, that I'm excited to like come up with that synthesis when we get there. But yeah, Dream of the Red Chamber was a lot. But yeah, Suikoden. Haven't played any of them. How? It's not like a direct adaptation, is it? 'Cause I don't know, it might be something interesting to check out. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to ask was, so it's a new season of anime. I wanted to ask, I haven't chosen. Well, I always watch stuff with a friend. With a friend. We haven't chose our shows for this season yet. Please let me know what's being watched and if you have any recommendations of stuff I think we're gonna try. But yeah, last season we watched G-Clocks. I've only watched G-Clocks. Exactly, I watched G-Clocks last season and Rock is Your Lady's Modesty, which I think really flew under the radar. And as I've said, I'm a big fan of band anime, so an easy mark for that one, but I really enjoyed it. From watching the trailers, I wasn't sure how much... I really wasn't sure what the show was gonna be like outside of the gimmick it's sort of going for. But it does explore things in a lot of different ways, and I think when we got to sort of the first performance, and it was so different and such an interesting way of like representing these characters, I was like, I want to generally recommend this. And are you looking for Carmilla? Let's make more damage. Make things easier to kill. Oh, Book of Vengeance. Maybe we should try and... You girls doing cute things kind of people. That's a secret. We need you. And the effigy. Let's see, what can we fuse? Shards of Apocalypse, but we're gonna get that again. What's out here? We don't have much. I don't think we're gonna need to fuse. Let's just grab fusion material. We don't need it yet, really. Oh, is there a new Nanoha project? I love magical girl stuff. Hold on, sorry. What am I doing? The manga, which one is it? RRE season 3. Sorry, I'm spacing out, it's late. Branch, revolver, shard. Branch, revolver, stake, shard. Revolver, there we go. What's the other one? Alright, we need that thingy. Correct one. Thank you. There we go. Now we are... Now, all is well. That clam... So was I saying? Yeah, so Rock is Your Lady's Modesty. I really recommend that. I know I talked about in the other thing, but one thing it does is they're an instrumental band, which I really... Oh wait, no, it's you, Fairy Gentleman. They do an instrumental band, and that actually lets them do interesting stuff with like the actual performances. Because they use it, I mean, in many shows that do this music stuff. Sometimes the characters enter like the music dimension. But it works really well here because they can like loop certain sections of the songs. So they can spend a long time sort of in this music dimension well. And I really like the little final arc. I was like, how are they gonna do this? Because I'm like, okay, we have 2 episodes left. How are we gonna have a satisfying arc? But the way they do it, they introduce like some of the most hateable characters, but hateable in like a compelling way. Madness, I want... Oh, we can get the glasses. Since I've never fused that. Oh yeah, and Uma Musume, I have heard good things. It's funny, because I remember that, because obviously the game just came out. It was huge when it came out. Like, particularly because I remember all the VTubers were playing it. So it was always kind of, and then there just was no announcement forever of there getting an English version, despite how successful it was in Japan. So I was sort of curious, will it have that kind of explosion again when it's been so long? But I guess what, oh yeah. I forgot that these guys explode. But gacha VTubers. Yeah, now it just exploded. I have heard good things about the anime. I'm not jumping at playing the game again. Oh, good job, Rhodia. No. I can't handle another gacha. Even if it'd be fun just to try out, I think. But yeah, I've heard that the anime, particularly the like later seasons, are just like a really solid sports anime. So with my friend, sometimes we go back and watch older stuff as well. And we did talk about that being an option at some point. A while ago, even.
뜀박질 시간.
But oh, and I even remember when the anime first came out, there was just like some little clever things. This track. I think about how like the world building, even if it was different, so like some of the kanji were slightly different. Like it had, and there was like, I always saw the funny images of like the horse girls. Having special like super long phones. But yeah, like the idea of like kanji changing. I thought that was like, that's the cute like little world building stuff I like.
아직 죽지 마라.
Huge potential for the Limbus crossover. Oh yeah, I forgot we had that in the, not a crossover, but that's what the April Fools was referring to.
뜀박질 준비.
It's Sly Games, right? Their original properties, like weird concepts, but really knock it out of the park. Cause I like Zombieland Saga, Bravern, which I adored. I should say I adored Zombieland Saga too, because Bravern was more recent. I always like the Chao Garden and Sonic. Me too.
때로는 검이 문제를 해결해 주기도 합니다.
Oh no, I'm stuck.
해오던 대로 방송을 켜겠다.
No, that was Apocalypse Hotel. No, I'll check that out. Just thinking, what are the things we're gonna try? We're gonna try the new Arknights anime. Partially for me, so I have more Sonic. No, one of the games in my Steam library. But this is a game I wanted when I was younger. Possibly motivated by the Chao Garden, but it's Sonic Adventure 2. And now it's just sitting in my Steam library for one day. It's sort of one of those special occasion games I've been waiting for.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
But then I'll spend all the time in the Chao Garden, I presume.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한텐 멀겠지만. I feel like one day they gotta make like some sort of, not a gacha, but like a Chao Garden smartphone game or something. I think the Arknights anime, yes, that's what I was saying. The Arknights anime, I was watching it to catch up. I watched the first season. Has there been more than a first season? I have a fondness for Sonic Adventure 2, but I cannot imagine the game aging well or having good PC port. I do not play Sonic games for good ports or aging well. I'm not sure many people do. I have been prepared. for a long time that one day it'll be time for Sonic 06. Unpatched. There was a season 2 and I missed it. Well, I need... Deadly Premonition, you and me both. Deadly Premonition, also my favorite games. Mystery of the Druids. Oh. Bonk. I love jank. Everyone should know this about me. I have to do it. I have to do my purchases for the Steam Summer Sale, but I was looking at, what's it called? Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth? That's the, like, early one. Oh, I'll take that. Not that we need it much. Sure. Might be overkill here, but this is when we would go into it works.
해오던 대로 방송을 켜겠다.
Okay, looking back at chat. Yes, Deadly Prem. I recommend. Hello, friend. Hello, Darkness, my old friend. I recommend Deadly Premonition to everybody because I mean, of course, it's hilarious, but I also think there's like a really interesting, good heart to it. I mean, just look how well animated the covers are. But maybe for Halloween we try the Call of Cthulhu. If I remember correctly, Dark Corners of the Earth is a little more non-functional side of Dang. Even better! That's the best! I ask for nothing else for a Halloween stream. Hi, Smoky Meadows! Thank you for not being on the... I want one of the new ones. Well, we can do nocturnal sleeping. Sleeping? Sweeping. Let's change it up.
심심풀이는 되는군.
Let's see.
필두 출진.
Oh, Rain World. That's the one with like. Is that the one with like the little ferrets? I've always heard really interesting things about that.
태어내리.
This is a good track. I don't know if jank is the right word here, but super great friend retweeted, read blue skies, that this FMV game called Tender Love and Care, which I'd never heard about, so it's like, okay, let's go check out his stream of that. And I was like, oh, it's 9 hours. Tender Loving Care, which is like, it's an FMV game, but I think it's like a psychological erotic thriller. And if it wouldn't read that for the actual stream, I kind of want to go back to Come Stranger. Kind of want to go back and actually see it on the Twitch for the chat. I missed out on that arc. Yeah, it's the same one. If it wasn't like such a uncompromisingly large amount of reading and stuff that's not safe for YouTube, like that is something I would show off on stream just so people know this exists. Like, just how did this game even exist? We'll go back to the word erotic. No, I was mentioning I learned about this game called Tender Loving Care recently, which is a like 90s FMV game. Oh, I love this track. 90s FMV game, which is also an erotic, psychological erotic thriller. I mean, you don't see that much, so probably is. I guess he did censor some things. But, I mean, in the way FMV games are, it is completely baffling. Oh yeah, no worries. Talk about Rain World. It's one that, like, the impression I always got was, very difficult, and like mechanics aren't explained to you, so you have to figure stuff out. And like that's always sounded interesting to me. I've heard like good things about the story. Oh, Noita? Yeah, that was recommended to me way back. Oh, there's always, I mean, when we talk about this stuff, there's always such a backlog. When I started this channel, I mean, I could just open up my library. Actually, I'm gonna do that just a sec. Oh yeah, all the stuff I said I wanted to play. When I started the channel, actually, one of the first things I said outside of like LobCorp I want to play is I Divine Cybermancy. Leave that for a sec. I mean, not that there's much else going on in this run. Oh, okay. That's nice. Oh, like that. Oh, we can fuse umbrella and glasses, can't we? Cute. Finally, what? I know this is rupture. 1 to 2. Potency count. 3 count. 25% damage. Not that we need to do much of this. Sure.
뒷박질 시간.
There's a sequel to I. Oh, and there's also like I think Pathologic as the sort of cult jank but very good cult hit.
목을 콱 물어버리자고. 숨통 끊기.
단숨에
I think biggest priority besides working on this stuff I've started, Blueprints, Fallout, it's still Outer Wilds. I still get it confused with Outer Worlds. But again, for that one I keep being like, I just want to know I can stream consistently. Oh, and like, I think I also even like mentioned Dwarf Fortress as a... I want to know. You know, I need to know. Oh dear, that for Dwarf Fortress. Actually...
목을 콱 물어버리자고. 거쳐 죽어. 아직 죽지 마라.
I know, when I was like figuring out stuff for the Steam sale, I was like, I need to be... Don't go too wild. I was gonna get, maybe not for streaming, but for myself, the Tactical Breach Wizards. Oh yeah, speaking of Rain Rock, no, I just think I've seen screenshot. I might turn this down a little bit, because I always worry I'm fighting too much with the... Soon you'll be entertaining Eve online. You know, that's a great idea. That's a brilliant idea, even. Let's look outside. I mean, unless that's a joke. I do indeed touch grass. No, I think I've seen like the pixel art from like screenshots of Rain World, and I'm like, I love a really nice pixel art game. I was just looking through things and I was like, oh yeah, there's like Animal Well. That looks cool and interesting. But also, gotta keep my schedule open for Silksong. pretty straightforward. We got all the gifts we wanted, so I wanted to find some of the new packs, but it was not to be. Survived.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다. 의의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니
Actually check.
내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
I guess it hasn't been that long. I guess we can at least start a burn run. Gimme. Yes. Well, now that it's quieter, I can hear my stray dog snoring behind me.
저희는 심야 업무를 진행하는
Pick these up. Actually, grab these. Thank you. Where am I at? Okay. I have to remember. Gotta open some of those because I will shard. I have to shard you because I better do this first. So it's. How is the pool? Yes, I could finally grab Pursuance and just get it out of there. I want to do that by Arknight's time anyway. Oh right, you're open. Charge is so slow. It's quite good for infinite by the end. It might not be fastest, but because you have these really powerful skill 3s. I was curious about. Let me back in. I think here's where it's sticking. Just cycle through some of you for what is not rest bonus but Starlight. You can see, we can get a feel for how Burns changed. Yeah. I don't think we really need to dip into anything. No, I could grind, but I want to save it for achievements. But this is me setting up. Doing this run will be setting up to claim it next week. As I said, I will... Wait, let's just see what we have. I think we'll take you. Very much aiming to stream Valpurgis next week. Actually, what am I doing? I want to do it like that.
움직이는 먹인자 재밌겠군.
I don't want to spill too much, but I also want to keep yapping. I know that feeling. The desire to info dump.
화격검.
How much longer do you stream for? Maybe to the end of the hour? We'll see. We'll just do... Oh yeah, please. This is just gonna be a chill chatting stream. Please don't feel. Please sleep. But I appreciate that you wanted to check in. Yeah, I might not do this whole run because it's late and I'm tired too. But yeah, I really wanna check out how they've improved syncing, because I think that was like one of my least favorite runs to do.
소각되었습니다.
Yeah, how's Queen of Hatred Dawn gonna play?
이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
순식간에 끝내죠. 벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모.
Because like there's two aspects. Of course, there's how the eagle weapon works. There's how the eagle weapon works in lobotomy, and then there's how the abnormality herself works. So I have all the sanity mechanics. I hope she's not too finicky. Like if there's a design to make sort of finicky, it would be Queen of Hatred with all sorts of sanity stuff. But that's sort of anti-autoplay, and I'd very much like to be able to autoplay, because those are the units I like see the most. I guess if like a higher skill ceiling were interesting to play. And then there's the weapon itself, which is very simple but very powerful, with the all different damage types and the like healing. So if we're going for something like that, I can see having like attack weight. And maybe sort of working like stew, where it can heal allies as well. Is there Infinity Dungeon? Not yet. I was kicked out.
꿰뚫은 줄도 모를걸?
이 경적 속에서 타올라라.
As long as it's not like managing Queen of Hatred Love, but I know that's what I was thinking. She's like the definition of a sort of micromanagey. Like her and Train. Express change to hell. Oh, and Evie, yes, please. No, you're very welcome. I'll go over, I might not like respond to everything here, but I love people info dumping. If there's a game out there that makes you like feel this passionate, I want to hear about it. I mean, like everybody in general. Games are cool.
이것이 옳은 점화식이었어.
실험 성공.
Hangu-yusan.
상대로의 결과네요.
I need to watch some showcases. I'll take that. I will take that. I will, because we want a certain unit to actually work. And I think we're good. Sure. I mean, has anybody gotten Google Yisang yet? Cause do that.
제가 앞에 서죠.
I want to know what people think. Unfortunately, this is
이번에야말로 이 싸움.
I forgot it exists. I was just thinking, the one thing my one thought when I saw the kit, or even when we had the first trailer, was there are gonna be new players that end up with him, and that's, of all the units I don't recommend for a new player, that would be one of them.
반로. 조심 1번.
끝내. 전소하리 하우시게.
불타버렸나?
cool, Evie. I'm happy for you.
벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없고.
No, I love games. I love talking about games. I love researching games. Oh. Way too sleepy to get up. Let me put her on the seat. There's like one comfy chair in here. Oh, she coughed. And she was just sort of staring at it. I was like, I can pick you up. Hell's chicken. Thank you. And then we have to hope we get the correct event. Oh, that. Oh dear. This might be a time for something I don't get to do very often. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Yeah. Let that go for a minute. Middle. Just in time for Ricardo. You know what I mean. Top or bottom for the question mark. Ricardo Gaming, that's a wonderful. That's a wonderful channel name. What kind of games does Ricardo like? Oh, is it like those, maybe those Barbie games where you get to be a hairdresser? Looks like I'll leave that just for another second. Not another second. Backwards. Wish I could try. Neopets. I did play Neopets. Sometimes I do think I'd like to go and try more. Play more Neopets. Okay, we're going for down. Do that. Let me get back OBS. Okay. No! Down. Okay, well, not bad. There's still other chances. Oh, Neko Atsume. Was that for smartphones as well? That's not one I ever played, but I do know of it.
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
순식간에 끝내줘.
Oh, and I just remember I don't know if anybody else. I got my little. I'm holding Ishmael right now. The little Limbus plushies. I've been waiting so long to put like my little Ishmael next to my little Kim Kitsuragi. I have my favorite oranges together. I have them right here. But I got Ishmael, Dawn and Heathcliff. I guess I should have posted Heathcliff up for his birthday.
이 격정 속에서
45 SP.
나갈 수 없어.
Kim truly trusts Ishmael. That's a good one. Okay, we're gonna have to try and fuse it, I think.
동구쉔크 삼과 돈키호테.
이번에야말로 이
조세,
싸움을
일번.
끝내주겠어.
Tremor also has the like explode units gift. I feel like at this point give every status one. Can we like buff Bloody Mist then back up?
순식간에 끝내죠.
I wonder if the achievements are gonna be like hugely different. Than last time. I guess there's the rental stuff because I just remember a lot, but let's see. Burn. We really want. So I mean, Lucky Clover is nice, but not. Okay, we're gonna have to try and use stuff. It's the dust. Wrong one. I think Tango Marinade was also at the end, so we could. Hope we don't just get the other one again. There we go. Was it worth it? I don't really know. But we got there.
최선을 다할게요.
We got there. Ideally, you would get the event, and then you can get glimpse by here. But I wanted my chicken. Oh, the new version of Charge Gloves has a really cool visual effect. Yeah, I didn't quite have the energy for Charge. And it's not super auto battle friendly. That's the other disadvantage from your dungeon. Good for, as I said, good for Infinite though. Because you have the skill 3s that roll really high.
끝내.
조심 1번.
How do you ever get into Project Moon? Good question, because I do have a story. It's not... I don't mind telling you, it's not like super amazing, but I was on Twitter and I don't remember what I was doing. But I was just browsing and probably... and ran into... I feel like I was looking at someone's tweets because maybe I like their art or something. Whoever this was, I do not recall. Sorry, just keeping Carmilla. Carmilla does make things faster. Probably, sure. Maybe it can compensate for... Oh, we can do this.
벌써 화끈하네.
For lower burn damage. Although I think things are still mostly gonna explode. Glimpse of flames. Anyway, I was looking at whatever I was doing, I don't remember, but I just remember I came across a meme. Or maybe like a little meme comic thing. And... Well, I don't remember what it was, but I specifically remember it used the sprite of Netza. And just because of, and it was tagged Lobotomy Corporation, and just something about, I could tell it was like a game sprite. And I remember, and I was like, oh, I like this style, and I like this character design. And I just also remember seeing the title Lobotomy Corporation and thinking, this sounds like an indie RPG Maker horror.
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
You...
화격검.
I do remember looking it up. What year was this, by the way? I think this was 2020. Because I started streaming 2021, right? Because it would have been... But yeah, so I remember I looked it up and I was like... Sounds like, I don't know, I was really expecting like a Witch's House maybe thing. Indie horror RPG Maker. And then I like... saw maybe a trailer or the gameplay and I was like, okay, that's not RPG Maker.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
And I remember I watched the trailer, and I think one of those early trailers, what they really show off in it is just sort of like the gameplay of, here's how all these things can go wrong. Here's all this like intense violence. Oh. And Claire.
걸림돌이 되고 싶지 않았는데.
순식간에 끝내죠.
So I'm paying attention slightly to this. So yeah, I watched that trailer and I was like, this is not for me. Cause I don't think I didn't even think I knew it had a plot. It was an ordeal. Nice pun. I was like, not for me. We'll take this. And then later, I can't remember why, but I went to go look it up again.
실험 성공. 예상대로의 결과네요.
And this time I saw that it had a sequel.
구구싱크 3과
And I was like, oh, Library of Ruina. I looked it up and I just saw there was a library focused card battler. And just the fact that it was, I wanna get a little bit of healing. Yeah, and just the fact that like library RPG, and I was like, never mind, this is right up my alley. And just like I think I watched the opening, like String Theocracy, and I just saw the art and the character designs, and like it was like the most my aesthetic sort of. That SP. Like RPG, even if I wasn't like super familiar with card games, I think it's my first like real like. No, that's not true. I had like Chocobo Tales. But it was like, oh, this game looks like it was made for me. No, just like, and the design, I was sort of got like slightly Umineko vibes, and I was like, RPG, everything. Oh, Project Moon Maps, Amigahara fault. It is a little bit. I mean, particularly the library aspect. Of course, I have an interest in like library and archival sciences.
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
순식간에 끝내줘.
It's one thing I feel like people are gonna ask was like the librarian VTuber design, was that because of Library of Ruina? And no, it's the other way around. I got interested in Library of Ruina because it was library focused. If I hadn't like, it probably would have just passed by me if I hadn't. Noticed Library of Ruina and seen like the library and like RPG aspects.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
So I did play Ruina. I did play Ruina and then LobCorp. And LobCorp's what I streamed. And that's all. I mean, it's part of the reason I started streaming was because, I mean, there's a couple of reasons. I wasn't sure when I started if it was gonna be. Oh, Evie, thank you. I remember you have been around for quite a while, and I super appreciate it, especially because like I was very tiny during the LobCorp stuff. Yeah, so when I started streaming, I mean, I wanted to try it out, but it was also the LobCorp thing was, I thought if I stream, I think it will help keep me to actually finish it. I mean, I wanted to finish it, but I thought it would like be an extra like motivation, and because I wanted to, even though I knew I knew about the difficulty and everything. Considering how stream unfriendly LobCorp is, that was an achievement. Yes, it's not a game I generally. I think there's. I mean, I feel like I also got lucky. I don't know how great it will be streaming also to a larger audience, because I think. I mean, I'm always super complimentary. I feel really lucky about the chat I have. No like big spoilers, but I got a. With LobCorp as well, there was like, I could get advice without spoilers. And like people would have fun, but not like hint at stuff too much, that kind of thing. And also, because I was playing it as having played Ruina first, it's not like a completely blind playthrough. There is stuff you get. There's like a certain amount of knowledge you get from that. Like I knew what, for instance, like Hawkma's core suppression was like. What was, because just like reading discussions about during Ruina, you'd of course like hear about that kind of thing. Of course, playing it is a whole different stuff, and I could like kind of guess abnormalities. I'll stand on the sale, no such thing as unfriendly stream game. I would say there is like better games. The difficulty of LobCorp is that because it's management and you're doing a lot of it in real time and you're based on memorization and everything. Having chats, trying to manage streaming at the same time is like an added level of difficulty. And the thing I feel lucky about is that I genuinely liked LobCorp's gameplay and I still really like it. If someone's not having fun with it, I think that's completely valid. Ooh, nice. Bunch of stuff we need. Oh, it's fun. It's funny to hear the stuff that people found me through. I always feel a bit embarrassed, but also very lucky. I appreciate everybody. And can we... Should have spent the starlight. Let's see. Can we... What do we... I think we're gonna miss it again. Go for the 1%. Still gonna get the wrong one. I want to find one of the new packs. Thank you. Can't upgrade it, but that's okay. I guess we don't need the tremor stuff, to be fair, but I'll keep that for also fusing. Still on your charge run.
움직이는 목인 자 재밌겠군.
I also think with my LobCorp playthrough, I got quite lucky that I had a pretty manageable facility. It was like not a... I never did a full day one reset. I never had to. I did plenty of memory repository stuff. But like the late game stuff could have gone a lot worse. I guess we should talk about one thing about Walpurgis, because of course I don't stream polls. It's a personal choice, and of course I feel I'm not here to like like police how anybody like plays the game or anything, but I do just want to like express that I guess I'm like extra worried because it's been so long since Valpurgis and it's the last one, so there's like a lot of hype about it, a lot of new players I think are gonna be pulling. It's not, I feel like just saying I want you to be healthy about it isn't quite what I'm trying to express. I guess I want to express is like having bad pulls can make you feel bad, and people's minds are amazing things. And I mean, people ask like why I have so much save lunacy. It's because I know that our defense level, sorry to interrupt this, I know that pulling makes me feel bad, so I do what I can to minimize that. I want one of the, I don't know if I can get one of the new ones here. Oh well, this can get this. Oh, the crawling abyss is annoying. Another. Let's get the great sword. Izoa, yes. Doing a second mirror dungeon run. So yeah, people's brains are really amazing, and that's, we all have different experiences. And it's one thing I feel like I see like hanging around in like these gacha gaming spaces is there's not always a lot of sympathy for people that do get these like really negative feelings from like having a bad pulls or like not getting the units. Because I'm one of those people. I mean, obviously I'm a day one player and I have a backlog, I should say. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to like phrase all this. But I do that because I have I've played other games before, and I have this feeling of like I've wasted something, and like I get those negative feelings, and I just don't want. You can't prevent people, I think, from having them, but I just want people to feel okay about having them, and I don't want what should be a fun event to feel bad and negative because people don't get what they want. Of course, there is always resources about these things. So the main thing I want to say is like it's okay to have those bad feelings, but it is okay. I just think about this because I like hanging around discussions, and I see people being like, I didn't get the units. And people's like, just spend, and I just don't think that's like necessarily the healthiest way to approach it. I'd rather like justify that those negative feelings are alright, and it's gonna be okay. Basically, be sure to take care of yourself when your feelings are valid and important. Yeah, thank you. I want to be able to talk about it without being like without it being any like preachy about it. I want it to like approach it from like a healthier mindset. Big respect. Thank you. I always put like the disclaimer. I think I've done it for like every Valpurgis, and I always like struggle quite with because I don't want to turn it into like I don't want to like focus on like negativity.
줄도 모를걸.
이 경적 속에서
But like, mental health is important to me, and I wouldn't want like my streams to like contribute to that in any way.
단번에 끝낸다.
And I don't want to be like, don't have fun, you know? Okay, those are my main words. When I talk about it, normally I like try and prep what I'm saying more, so sorry that was a bit rambly, but I think the point came across.
본인의 승리일세.
And like also saying stuff like, it's just a game. It may be, but that doesn't like change that your brain can feel about these things really strongly. And other people might not. And I mean, that's what makes our brains and minds amazing. We can live with such varied experiences. But yeah, like be kind to yourself and others. When life I wasn't this rambling.
낙인을 새겨드리죠.
Some people can talk really well off the top of their head. I tend to need notes if I want to do like a presentation or something.
이번에야말로
This
싸움을
is
끝내주겠어.
not that. This is not an upgraded glimpse, right? It's still doing its
당신의 판단을 딱
job.
벌써 부서졌나?
I think burn is still good.
단번에 끝낸다.
Between math and Mini Nightmare. Am I? Oh, I'd be honored to be compared to Mimi. I'm not a good speaker either, so I can't judge. I tend to drop my VOD comments. Me too. I'm a very iterative writer. I mean, that's also one of the other reasons I wanted to try streaming, is so I could improve speaking. I haven't like suddenly become an excellent public speaker or anything, but I definitely do think it's helped. I will take it. Again? Oh, puncture. Why not? So I should... This is good. Sell something... Oh, you think I talk alright? Yeah, I guess I tend to be hard on myself about that. Oh, can we get disc right here? I mean, why not? Oh, we need a little bit more. Can't say I need this. Would if we were doing infinite, but... I definitely think, like, just being in grad school, some people are are such good speakers and just come so easily to them. It's particularly in like discussion groups and stuff.
최선을 다할게요.
I'm like, I need to think through my stuff first, but some people can just... Oh, more good music. I'm gonna listen to this for a sec. If you asked me to pick like my favorite like Kanto soundtrack, I don't think I could.
단번에 끝낸다.
Get the 6 for you, no question. They're all, I mean, yeah, that's where I can't. Kanto 5 might not be like favorite overall, but there's so much of the like whale song, the use of whale song that I really love later on. And then the way it uses the whole like final in the whole Ahab fight or gas harpoon, the instrumental for Compass that goes almost the way that plays in the background. It's my sort of favorite use of an instrumental of the Millie song so far. The whale heartbeats, yes. The whale song and the heartbeats. Flash power. What does this one have then? Final power, I guess we'll do Flash power. Now let's see. Oh, new one. Okay. We're looking for. We can get that. Standard witnessing. Don't know what I'm in for here. Let's. Are there new events, maybe? I want to see the fights though. So there. Oh yes, have a lovely time of day.
순식간에 끝내줘.
I guess staying late, then yes, it should be sleep. I've woken up more since we've got into this.
이번에야말로 이 싸움 끝내주겠어. 나갈 수 없어.
보냈고. 벌써 부서졌나? 쓸모가 없군.
One nice thing about the 7 is it just... It's nice for... I think there's like several teams I have that's just sort of low on one ego resource. Helps balance that out. And like in some of these fights, they're balanced for... Even if they're balanced for like a smaller amount of units, when you kill them too fast, then they get so many attacks. Don't have to deal with that as much. Mystery events and doing combat. That's how Uma Musume works. Not feeling the battle.
해결됐지 않나?
발목 잡지 않도록 최선을 다할게요.
Events are for speedrunning, but I actually want to see what the fights are.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
Oh, good job, Sinclair.
새겨드리죠.
I'm just thinking, is there anything else I wanted to bring up? Anime. I like how the combat sounds in this game. It's one thing that I've always thought is underappreciated is sound design. Just how good the like clashing effects are. Because these aren't like, the sprites aren't like fully animated, but they're able to like really sell the motion with a lot of like these particle effects and the clash sounds. But I super appreciate it in Library of Ruina as well, where there's even less animation, but the sound effects and sound design really good. Oh yeah, and G-Clux. So just thinking about anything else I want to say about the anime. Really love the sound design there as well. I assume like some of the sound effects were like coming out of the original, and that made me really interested in the sound design there because it's really distinctive. I'm like, oh, I really want to know how this is like came up with. There's a lot of old school sound effects. I love that. It just made me wonder, like, how was that designed at the time? You know, it's like the only real comparison I could think of is like the original Doctor Who theme. I mean, they still use the theme, but for the when it first came out, there was a lot of. I was using like some really unique. I forget how they did it, but it was cutting edge stuff, I think. Yeah, I want to think about how back then they came up with such good, amazing, and distinctive effects. I gotta watch Gundam. That's also just in my watch list. I feel like the bigger the show is, I do get like intimidated, which is why I want to watch some of the shorter stuff, like Thunderbolt, I think, first. But I also definitely want to do like the proper. I've been sold.
경적 속에서 타올라라.
And I'm here to try out any future Gundam projects. Or I guess I can't say that. I'm not gonna watch some of the sequels without having watched the originals, I mean.
타오르시게.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
Maybe I'll just throw in a tiny bit of. Gonna pop, sure.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
Well, yeah, G-Quux as its own thing. I was thinking like, I know there's like, I don't know, is it Seed or Wing? When there's like new movies coming out. When I said I'll watch anything new, like maybe not that. It's have to do with the original, the actual seasons of those first. I'm particularly interested in like the original, I guess, Universal Century stuff and Turn A in particular. Oh, and the FMV game. I just have to see if I can. I'm committed to that, if I can get it to run. I just haven't done the. I just haven't sat down and tried it.
발목 잡지 않도록 최선을
I know
다할게요.
very little about Turn A, but from what those little things I do know, I was like, I saw just enough to be like, this. I'm interested.
순식간에 끝내줘.
비들어지게
똑바로 서라. 나무 인형 만들어
이번에야말로 이 싸움을
Here's what I'm
끝내주겠어.
talking about. When you kill them too fast, and then these people get unopposed attacks.
조심. 1번.
I see Gundam as 3-part movies. Yeah, I feel like I do want to see the unless someone tells me like the movie is absolutely the better way to experience it. I think
짓이겨버리겠어.
I like to see the show even if the old stuff is quite old.
나무 인형만 못한 건.
I have heard the UC stuff, the dub is good. Which does mean I can put it on in the background a little bit.
끝끝내.
You get the same boss fight and you're gonna be there for a while. Oh no. It's meant to be a speed run. Amuri. We can take Illusory Hunt. Let's see if we can get. Oh, here. I might as well take it for the. To fill it out in the Endium. Let's see. It's not doing much for us. Actually, what we really should try and do is get... Nice. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Should help a little bit. Yeah. Just in case.
동구쉔크 삼과 돈키호테.
We can turn this up.
이번에야 네가 이 싸움을
Okay, I
끝내주겠어.
was expecting, if we're gonna do something, expecting more like Jiachu. I didn't know we could get. I guess yeah. We will see how long this takes. But I mean, let's just get some of these started. Oh yeah, night Evie. Have a lovely night. Night fun party.
이 불 또한 예술의
fight
방울경이지.
If Glimpse had been nerfed, a little bit of time. Who gets? Okay, fixed target. Wondering how this would work. Actually, no, don't want to lose that. So just yeah, because we didn't get like that Quixote, for instance. I wasn't expecting to like get these again. Thought maybe Jiachu or like a smaller version. Okay, actually, how is this? I should hear slower, so favored. Like that.
조식 1번.
Welcome. Thank you again for the lovely message you sent the other day. Made me really happy.
이번에야
Okay.
이 싸움을
I mean,
끝내주겠어.
we're still.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
We're still. Still shouldn't take that long. I don't want to know like what this fight would be in Infinite with that HP inflation. No worries, Pills. I know there's a lot to say. I wrote down notes. Some notes for the inevitable. End of. End of Kanto review stream.
단번에 끝낸다.
I think I hit most of the points when things to Kanto
당신을
itself.
인도해주진 못해도 따뜻하게 안아줄 수는
Why is he
있어요.
shouting? Just kind of this thing. I do. I do like how. Yeah, please watch me. I mean, I kind of noticed it when we were doing conditions unmet when we were doing it, but how a lot of these skills give more perspective on Download. I think there is an interesting theme of like generational trauma. It does make me wish we saw like a little bit of this elaborated on a little more. Like she's also a victim of everything. I can see how that would kind of like might muddle the pacing of like the final fight because this is like Honglu's moment. But there's some really interesting stuff there that I'm like, no, I'd like to see how she became the hierarch. Who wants to? Actually, is that?
조식 1번. 이 불 또한 예술의 황홀경이지.
I do think we get enough of it from just these skill names. Struggling. What's your space? This queen needs some help. Wait, struggling? I forgot this is not very high rolling. Garden of Thorns moment.
순식간에 끝내줘.
이래선
And like the sprite work is really nice here. I like getting the like combination of all the Heisho. It's super cool. Just makes me want to be able to see more of them. I know we won't get to see all of them. I hope we at least get to see like the ones that were silhouetted in the canto.
색색이 황홀하고 아예 기억 못하게 하려는 길이구려.
선물이라고 할 건 없고. 자, 이걸로 대신하지.
And we're getting one more. I think it's since we when we watched the live stream. Ouchie. Two status, Sinclair and Ishmael. Almost there. Yeah, I think it's presumed to be Heathcliff who's gonna get that Heisho. I remember it because when they just talked about how Sinclair was gonna be a bit of a focus. There we go.
불타버렸나?
I was like, oh, maybe Sinclair, but yeah, I think Heathcliff's the most due. Nothing there. Hello?
확실한 승리였어요. 돌아가면 저번처럼 홈파티라도 할까요?
Okay. Oh yeah, the little like zoom in on Sinclair. Oh yeah, I put the volume back up because of the music. I'll turn it down a bit. But we're just about to finish. Oh wait, no. To window. Again, if you want to get the rewards immediately when a new week starts, you go to window. And then you can claim it as soon as the week starts. Yawn.
저희는
There we go. 2 runs. Don't think I'll be doing an extra one cause that's just like a cannon? Doesn't look blacked out properly. Okay, this all looks... I can like see it. Or Gatling gun. This annoying one. Yeah, so I probably won't be doing another run this week. I'll be safe for achievements and let's see, what were the other packs? We'll get the... So we have... Okay, Dream Ending. Still feel like Dad Quixote was the longest. But definitely not ones you'd want to get with the... that... HP bloat. Okay. 4 houses in greed. Okay, and there's a whole... Oh, I guess that means we can get... like the other candidates. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. Oh. This one... Okay, so this comes from this. Okay. And then depending how good the gifts are, may never enter them again. I don't tend to... I think there's still, yeah, still have to get that that it's not like I don't do my mirror dungeons. Wait, have I never... That's like the flashcards. Have I never taken it? I don't run that many blunt heavy teams. Okay. Well, yeah, there's... So even with the nerfs, which I don't think are entirely undeserved, to Glimpse and Thrill, it will... I was just thinking, it will be a pain for, like, Infinite, but by the end of Infinite, I tend to find, like, Glimpse can't even, like, one-shot stuff. It depends a bit on the pack, but... I was hoping... Nikki's review doesn't... Sounds like the new charge gifts do not wholly improve the speed of charge. But we'll see. But I do want to try syncing, because not my favorite mirror dungeon team to run. It's finished now, yay! And then there's that thingy. But we should get, yeah, achievements. I don't know the order, but achievements, Infinite. Rental units, looking forward to that. I did not level everybody. I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't even paying attention. I gotta level you guys. Especially given that Burn is pretty constant companion. Unless something like bonkers happens, I still think they're gonna be the faves. Didn't even notice I didn't level them, and they give that pop-up. I just wasn't thinking. I thought it was like the levels were offset by having like lower level units. But yes, thank you everybody. I am gonna finish up there. I'd like to do, I'm not gonna promise it right now, I'd like to do a stream on the weekend, but we'll blueprints or something, but we'll see. And would really like to do Walpurgis. I'm planning to do Walpurgis, and we'll do the thumbnail. You can see some new art I commissioned on the thumbnail later in the week. But yes, I hope everybody is doing well and stays happy, healthy, and safe. Thank you so much, everyone. I had a really nice time. It was good just to chat. Well, yeah, like I said, happy, healthy, and safe, and I will see you again. Bye-bye!